Pope Leo XIV is kicking off his first full week as head of the Roman Catholic Church this Monday. Diplomats and top Vatican officials will be meeting the newly elected pontiff in the coming days. Earlier today, the international press were inside the Vatican's vast audience hall for their very first meeting with the new pope. France 24's Rome correspondent Seema Gupta joins us now for more on this story. Seema, you were in the room there with the pope just a few moments ago. What did he have to say?
Joke, saying good morning to everyone and thanking them for all their applause as he appeared, and said, well, let's wait and see till the end of the speech before the sleep. So a bit of a joke in his native language in English, and then after that it was those prepared remarks. And I think what really struck me was he thanked the journalists for all the coverage that has happened, and how he stressed how it was important that we serve journalists that are currently in jail, journalists that have been put in jail because of the work that they do. And he made a very clear appeal for their liberation. The crowd of more than 3,000 Sixth Hall inside the Vatican broke into spontaneous applause at that moment, of course, remembering colleagues that are currently incarcerated for just simply doing their job. He also reminded everyone about the service and work provided by journalists who have been reporting in war zones, many of whom are no longer with us. So there was a clear attempt to talk about the world of communication and journalism in general, talking how it's a very important role, because that is what is involved in the creation of culture for the people, to keep tabs on the church, but in news in general. And as there are advances in technology, he particularly pointed to the issue of artificial intelligence, saying that this is an immense potential, but it must be done for the benefit of all of humanity and not in potentially dangerous ways. And so basically stressing that the need for communication and the importance for the capacity to listen. Great advice for the journalists, I guess, gathered in the room. Really, this was his first audience. It's interesting that he decided to have it with the more than 3,000 or so journalists present here for the conclave. There were many also here for the funeral of Pope Francis as well. But of course, this is the beginning. I have to say it was really interesting to see a young Pope. He's only 69, after having in recent years, of course, seen the decline of Pope Francis, to see a young, energetic man walking through the hall, introducing himself to the journalists as well as other Vatican officials. It's only just the start of the pontificate. We'll have to see how things evolve in the weeks and days to come, but all eyes really on events this week, and of course on the 18th of May, when he will have his inauguration, if you like, a special mass on that Sunday.
Indeed. And what's going to be happening in the run-up to that special mass on Sunday? He has quite a busy week, doesn't he?
Meeting with diplomats as well as other Vatican officials. Now, he's officially said that everyone will remain in the positions that they have already had for the moment, simply because, of course, once you have a new pontificate, it's up to him how he would like to put everyone positions, his cabinet, if you like, the Secretary of State, as well as other roles. But of course, he says they will continue because he wants some time for reflection and for dialogue to see how he will progress even further. It was interesting as he met some of the journalists. I've heard reports. He spoke to an American journalist telling him, a prominent American journalist, telling him that he had no plans soon to return to his native United States, but he was happy to hear of reports that ever since he became and announced as the next pontiff, he has heard reports that there are more people going to church in his hometown of Chicago. He also stopped to greet all the journalists, including some Peruvian ones, of course. Peru also liked to claim him as one of their own, as he did spend more than 20 years there as a missionary. So lots of enthusiasm in the room for this new pope and his election. But of course, we'll have to see how things evolve in the weeks and months to come.
Absolutely. And Seema, we're so happy you're there staying on top of this story for us out of Rome. That's France 24's Seema Gupta. And apologies for some of the technical problems there with the sound, but we hope we got most of the information across for you. Now,